Okay, so next up in the Stupendous Styles challenge solution, we're going to tackle navigation and then work on the donut page. So the first thing I'm going to do is go down to the button section and add click events for each of the buttons. I want to give each button a name, so we'll set the name of this one to Doughnut Button, and then we'll go on the click event. We'll just create a new event handler, and then it'll be named, appropriately. So let me put all these on different lines. And I like putting things on different lines like this. It makes things more readable for me. If you don't, then let it go off to the end of the screen if you like. All right, so I'm just going to repeat this process of setting the name. So coffee button, and then click equals new event handler. Right, name equals schedule button. Click equals okay, so we should be good to go there. I want to make sure that I gave the frame a name. I did. Good. All right, next up, let me go here to the donut button. And whenever somebody clicks it, we'll go myFrame.navigate, and then type of, and Doughnut Page. Great. And I'll just copy that 4 times, and we'll change out the page. And I guess I'll put it here too in the constructor for the page itself, so it automatically navigates to the donut page. But here in the coffee button, we want to put it to the coffee page, schedule to the schedule page, complete button to the complete page. And now let's test this. Well, it's going to be hard to know because we don't have anything on those pages, but let's go ahead and assume for the moment that it actually works and move on to the donut page. So if you take a look at the comp for this, here we go, let's open this up and then take a look at this. You're going to notice that we have the logo, 2 text blocks, and next to the text blocks we're going to have 2 slider controls. So this looks to me like a 2x2 grid, maybe a 2x3 or 4 grid. We'll want to put a 4th row just to take up all this extra space and force everything and push it up to the top. All right, so to do this, let us go back here to Visual Studio. Let me get this back in the recording area. Okay, so let's do this. Grid dot. I know I'm going to want 1, 2, 3, 4 rows. So let's go row definition height equals auto for all of them except the last one. So I'll just copy and paste that a couple times. And then on the last one, I'll just change that to star sizing, and that should push everything up. And then we'll go grid dot column definitions, and I'm going to create 2 columns. So grid dot column definition width equals auto. So that'll be for the width of the labels, and then we actually need to do a star. We actually need to do a star width on that second column. Otherwise, our slider controls aren't going to look right. So let's start with the image for the logo. So assets, whoops. All right, so let's start with the logo. So assets white logo.png, and then we're going to go with 2 text blocks for the labels. Well, actually, let me go ahead and set grid dot row equals 1. I know that the font size is going to be 18. We're going to go with the text on this one is original glazed count, I believe. I know the color, so the foreground is going to be white. And I know there's going to be some padding, and I'm just going to guess from what I saw earlier that I originally did something like 20, 20, 20, 0. Let's see what that looks like, and then we'll move on from there. All right, so the second of these is going to be Speedway Special Count, kind of going with branding that driving or racing theme, since after all they are Doughnut. All right, good. Now I need sliders. Grid.row equals 1. Grid.column equals 1. I know that the maximum is going to be 24. Remember, that was one of the requirements. And let's look at the margin. Let's go with the same thing as we did with the other one. And I think we're going to be good to go there. Actually, this should be row 2 here on that text block. And there. All right, let's see what we have so far. I know this image is going to be way too large, and it's going to be a problem. So let's set the width equal to like 150. I think is going to be the right width. And I know I'm going to need some margin here as well. So let's do 20 left, 20, and then 0, 0. Whoa, okay. This is not bad. The only thing is I forgot to set the background of the grid. So let's change it to red and then rerun it. Okay. That's pretty much what I had in mind. All right, so I think that part's complete. Let's go ahead, stop now, and we'll pick it back up in the next one, which should be the coffee page. It's going to be a little more involved.